Are you walking to bless during the day? Here and there you must be diligently blessing and move about to bless. Otherwise you'll be stuck within yourself. It's not releasing out. That is fixated to try to be with oneself, trying to be with body and mind, seeing and knowing, trying to be. So move about, conclude with the purification within itself. Any sentences that discard themselves, so that it will be releasing to help samsara as well. Not grasping for both grasping or non-grasping. And proceed simultaneously, open up eyes and ears, all the gates of perception simultaneously with everything constantly, so that it will help through releasing and liberation here and there. Let there be work results as well. If you stay here, there should be the work result of the great compassion, helping through releasing and liberation constantly. Don't sit still, lying down in stillness. Otherwise you're drowning. You need moving about in the way of discarding the discarding itself, not grasping for the non-grasping itself. Then it will be okay. Move about in a way that not relating to non-relating itself. Think about it. Move about in a way that not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. Like this it is okay. Move about. Then the mighty force will help release and liberate all and everything in the surroundings. Let there be the work result of the great compassion in blessing. Trying to be with oneself is like any lifetime that you are born is the same. The same suffering, the act of suffering. Trying to be is the act of the suffering. The same thing as usual in every lifetime. So use that which is making a conclusion and that help releasing for samsara more constantly. Releasing, discarding the releasing constantly. Discard the discarding itself with everything. Not grasping for either grasping or non-grasping. Not just not grasping for the non-grasping itself either. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself with everything. Discard the discarding itself. Not related to non-relating itself with everything. That's it. That's it. Proceed simultaneously, diligently. Walk about. Not just use vehicles. If you have vehicles, don't just use vehicles. Just use it according to necessity. When you move about, go ahead. Because moving about is natural. Sit, stand, walk is simple and natural. It's gradual. And make a conclusion. Discard the discarding itself with everything, from not grasping for the non-grasping. Make a conclusion as a purification like this, from not related to the non-relating itself, from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Think of any sentences to help purify, helping through releasing and liberation for both oneself and samsara simultaneously at the same time. And proceed simultaneously, constantly. If you sit still or indifference, it's not releasing, it's drowning, it's still trying to be. It's the attempt to be. Even not related, discarding itself. Even not grasping, discards itself. Not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. Even not related, discards itself. Not relating, discarding, not relating to itself. How can there be stillness or indifference? How can there be peaceful in whatever ways? All of this is beyond peace or not peace. Beyond being still or not. Beyond indifferent or not, beyond peaceful or not peaceful, even discarding itself. For everything is from discarding the discarding self. It's not about discarding anything. Everything is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. Not attached discards itself. It's not about not attached to anything, not attached to the non-attachment itself. It's like this so that you be genius to help samsara continuously, helping cutting through deluded knowing here and there. Morning and evening, move about is good. If you have time during the day, move about here and there to bless. If you have something to do it in the way that is bygones. Make a conclusion simultaneously while working, not related to non-relating itself simultaneously as you working, so that there is releasing a liberation at the same time as you working. There is no need to separate liberation from samsara, not relating to non-relating itself with everything as you do, so that there is liberation as you do the task as well. This is not about unwinding only. This is not about cutting off from samsara. Help through cutting for samsara instead. This is not about unwinding from it. Helping through unwinding for it. Not relating to non-relating itself. This is not about unwinding from it. Not nibbana from samsara. It is nibbana to help samsara. This is not about liberation from all things. Instead, liberation as helping all things in the samsara. Proceed simultaneously all together, without separation. This is not just about not relating to anything, not relating to itself, and then it can proceed with everything. If not relating to anything, it's impossible to proceed altogether, because it's not relating. If not relating to this and that, it means that it's impossible to proceed together with this and that. It's not helping releasing a liberation and ending to everything, because there is a delusion to separate, to not relating from it. It's separating to not relating to it, not to not attached to it. In this way, there is no helping through the enlightenment. Therefore, don't separate anything from anything. If you have work, if you have routines, proceed simultaneously. Don't use not relating to anything, not relating to the non-relating self. Don't use disengage to disengaging from anything, disengaging from disengaging itself. Listen well. That which is not relating to both relating or not relating. Don't use not relating to it. Listen well. Not relating to non-relating itself. In this way, there is no separation of nibbana from samsara. Its state is turned into purification. Nibbana, purifying samsara. So it depends on diligence in blessing. In this way, it will be genius in blessing automatically. And use walking is very good because it's moving the discards itself. There is no crystallization in the way of not grasping for the non-grasping self. Moving in the way that doesn't grasp for itself. This is good. It will not become drowning and crystallizing. This is the essence of the enlightenment. Totally. It's beyond delusively practicing in the past. Direct enlightenment. Not related to non-relating self. It cuts through itself. direct cutting to itself. There is no need to cut off anything. It's like cutting is cutting itself within itself. Move about, child. Remember this. Here we don't lead anyone to meditate. Why is that? Drowning. It's not the way. This is not about grasping for mindfulness, concentration, contemplation, meditative power, and wisdom. The essence of the enlightenment is not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. What is there to be grasped? Grasping for mindfulness, concentration, that is realms of existence. This is not enlightenment. This is fixation to knowing. Practice anything is fixated to that. The essence of the enlightenment is cutting even the cutting itself. Not grasping even for the non-grasping itself. Not attached even to the non-attachment itself. This is not about practicing for attainment. Otherwise, it's gonna be a fixation. It creates realm of existence endlessly. It is called karma overlaying dharma. Karma within dharma. Karma overlaying dharma. Open eyes and ears inside and outside in accordance as usual with each other. Don't close up, widen out, and make a conclusion to purify right away. Not attached to both attachment or non-attachment simultaneously. In Nibbana, there is no such thing as attachment or non-attachment. There is just a delusion to attach or non-attach by oneself. There is no such thing as having or not having. And there is the delusion to have and not have by oneself.